And I'm Michael.
And this is
What the Scale? Well, it's another Sunday afternoon, and we want to bring you yet again another lesson. Of course, the last three lessons were us just sitting down talking to you, as they say, talking turkey, giving you some tips. But today we're going to go back to some cooking, some food preparation and some cooking.
We're going to make some two high protein snacks with chickpeas.
Chickpeas, yes.
Can you believe it? So the first thing we're going to make is chocolate chickpea flour bread. So we're going to use chickpea flour in this bread. It's gluten-free. We don't have problems with gluten, no. But we just thought because it's high in protein that we would make this for y'all.
And before you do that, you've got to say chickpeas power bread 5 times fast. Chickpea power bread,
flour bread.
Flour,
chickpea. Not power bread.
Well, it's power. It's because it's got all the protein.
Okay.
So chickpeas flour power bread.
Okay, first we need a half a cup of cocoa.
Not going to do it.
No.
Half a cup of cocoa. So we did it a little bit easier this time. We pre-measured a lot of the stuff, so it can go quicker. So half a cup of cocoa. We use Hershey's cocoa.
Then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I am putting in a tablespoon of baking powder, right here. Baking powder.
How much of salt?
A 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. All right, and then that's all we're gonna put in there. Oh, the flour.
I need the salt. I thought I had it out.
You do, right here.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, and did I show you this? I can't remember. This is the chickpea flour, and I think I did. And we're gonna put it in, this is a 9x5 loaf pan that I've already prepared. I put the parchment paper in, and then I sprayed the 2 sides that it would stick to, and when it's done, we're just gonna lift it out of there.
1/4 teaspoon of salt.
And then 1 1/4 cups of chickpea flour.
We use fine sea salt. You do want it to be a fine salt. Doesn't have to be sea salt, but you want it to be fine.
So I'm just stirring this up, and you get out that yellow bowl, and you can put in the bananas, the maple syrup. So it calls for 1.5 cups of, here, come this way, little, so they can see you. 1.5 cups of mashed bananas. I just take my bananas when they start getting ripe and putting them in the freezer. So we just got these out of the freezer and let them thaw out and are using those. 3 tablespoons of that. And then we also need 3 tablespoons of avocado oil.
So we're using pure maple syrup, but this is bourbon barrel aged maple syrup.
I think you got that at Kentucky Olive.
Yes, so another shout out to our dear friends, Tom and Tanya Spille, who own Kentucky Olive here in Florence, Kentucky.
And then we need 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
If you've not been to Kentucky Olive yet, you need to go. It's on 42 in Florence.
Put in the water.
Not too far away from the U.S. Bank, which would be across the street. So, and then some water. We've got, how much water?
2 tablespoons, I believe. Yep.
2 tablespoons of water.
This is avocado oil. I just get it at Trader Joe's. And then you need a teaspoon of vanilla, which we also get from Trader Joe's right here. This cute little bottle, it's bourbon vanilla. You can tell he likes bourbon flavor.
Bourbon flavor. I don't drink alcohol, so.
But it has a little stopper. There you go. And we need, how much did I say? 1 teaspoon. Okay, we're gonna put that in here. All right, we're gonna mix that one up, and then we're gonna put them together. And it doesn't take very long at all. Just gonna mix it up. Get it all good.
It reminds me of that Los Aggies beer commercial, I think, where the guy says, I don't drink beer, but when I do, I don't drink alcohol, but if I did, it would be bourbon.
Good thing he lives in Kentucky. So that's pretty mixed up. I don't know if you can see that. And we're gonna pour it into our big bowl with all the flour, and everything in it. You can wash that again for our chickpeas. So it looks like that. And we're just gonna...
And a bourbon shout out to my very good friend, Buddy Bates, who
I shouldn't give last names.
I shouldn't give last names, but they won't know by the first name. But he knows how much I love the bourbon flavor.
Okay, let me make sure we got everything in here. Half a cup of cocoa, a teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, I think I put in a tablespoon of baking powder. Uh-oh. Well, you know, we never do it quite right. We just don't.
I'm just glad she didn't do it quite right because she's always picking on me. Like the last time, what was the last meal we did that I put too much of something in it?
Oil, olive oil.
Oh yeah, olive oil.
Now this chocolate cake, you want to tell them how many proteins and stuff, protein down there, it tells you?
Yes, in the, where am I looking? You probably should, since you know what you wrote down.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it.
So this makes 12 servings and it has 5.5 grams of protein and 5.7 grams of fiber. And if you notice, it didn't have any, well, it had just the maple syrup, right? It's the only sweetener in it.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be it. Yeah, and
We're
then
gonna
I
put it in
think I
here.
see 158 calories per
Serving.
serving.
Yeah, let's see. So we're just gonna, here, you can put that out of the way. We're just gonna spread it out in the pan. It's kind of a thick batter. It's not very thin. So you just kind of want to spread it out, and then we're gonna put chocolate chips on top of it, which we already have measured out.
It already smells real good, but
Yeah,
I
it
think we
does
both
smell
love the smell of chocolate.
Well, I don't know anybody who doesn't, do you? I'm sure there's somebody,
No.
but they're not my friends.
They're not your what?
Friends. I don't have any friends that don't like chocolate.
I
Okay?
thought you were going to say you don't have any
But
friends.
well,
You do. You have plenty of friends.
so I'm just gonna spread all these over the top here. And these are semi-sweet chocolate chips. Just kind of want to spread them out evenly. I don't know that I did the best at that, but
And we actually have different sizes of the semi-sweet chocolate chips. We
Yeah.
have smaller ones, but
We
wanted
didn't want
to
the
use.
mini.
Yeah, we wanted to use the full size.
So there you go. And we're gonna put this in the oven. And while that's cooking, it goes at 350 for 45 to 48 minutes. And you have to just put a knife in it, make sure it comes out clean, and then it's ready. Then you take it out and you let it cool in the pan for 10 minutes. Then you lift it out and put it on a plate or whatever and peel off the rest of it.
So while that's cooking, Carol
Yeah.
wanted me to share some of my bad dad jokes for the next
No.
45 minutes.
No, not really. We're gonna stop the video and come back after we're finished.
No bad
cooking.
dad jokes.
Not, maybe at the end you can do one. All right, now we're gonna make the chickpeas. You wanna put the chickpeas in here? We took 1 can of chickpeas. We rinsed them and drained them in a colander, like so. And now all we have to do is add some spices, and we're gonna cook them in the air fryer, and they make a really good crunchy, savory snack. All right, so Michael,
this is snack Sunday.
we need a tablespoon of olive oil. We're gonna put the olive oil in the chickpeas, there they are, and just kind of get that around. That way all the spices are gonna stick to it.
There's one. You said 2?
No, I said one. Didn't
One.
I say
What's
one?
that over there behind you?
No, one. One is enough, but there's still some in there.
Yes.
Because you
What's
poured
that
more.
behind you?
Stop it. I'm not looking. I know him too well. Okay, now we are going to put in, uh-oh,
It didn't break.
a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. You do a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. How about that?
Okay.
So garlic powder, I'm going to kind of just stir it up with my hand. Don't worry, my hands are clean. Here's a 1/4 teaspoon. For onion powder, then we need 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Did you get that? This is bourbon flavored
Sorry.
paprika. Didn't you get that at Kentucky Olive too?
Yes, another one at Kentucky Olive.
Okay, we need a half, is that a 1/2 teaspoon?
If anybody ever does want to get me a birthday present or Christmas present. Just
Oh,
go
you
to
put it
Kentucky
all in the
Olive.
same spot. Okay.
That's
And
why your hands
then
are
we
clean,
need
so you
a
can mix them.
cayenne pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon. Oh, and a pinch of salt.
Cayenne pepper.
I love cayenne pepper. I put it in a lot of my stuff because I like heat.
How much?
A 1/4 cup, which is the red one.
1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah, that, not a cup. That would be, we'd be really hot. I think it's a 1/4 cup. Is that right?
No, you keep saying
Half
1/4
a
cup.
teaspoon. Yeah, a quarter
Quarter
teaspoon. I'm gonna put a little more salt in there because I know I'm gonna like it salty.
So you can do more and I can't.
Well, that's oil. That's more calories. This isn't. Okay, so this is gonna cook in the air fryer at 390 for 12 to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna get it out. So we're gonna be back with you in just a minute and show you what we've cooked. Hey guys, we're back, and we have our bread out.
And our
Roasted chickpeas.
roasted chickpeas. I wasn't sure what to call them.
When the bread comes out, it had to cool on the rack for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna put it here and let it cool. Look at that.
Smells great. I mean, it just
Can
smells
you see
like
all those chocolate drops
pure
on
chocolate.
it? All right, so let's
And-
try a chickpea.
And the peas, they
Can you
just
show
look,
'em?
yeah, they look really
Roasted.
roasted and crispy as far as how they look. Let's see how they taste.
Are you ready?
Yep. How many are you doing? Two?
2.
All right.
Should we do like in our wedding?
Oh yeah, there we could do that.
Ready? Mmm.
Oh, like in our wedding?
Oh, how can I? Stop.
You said it.
You got
With
stuff on
my
it.
sparkling water, my Perrier.
All right, and now I'm gonna cut the bread. Let me get a knife out. That was good. They're. Oh.
Yeah,
that's not
we
a
didn't even
knife.
talk about them. They do. The chickpeas are good. It's a nice little crunchy snack.
And remember, they're high in protein.
Yes.
All right, so here's my bread.
This is what I'm really looking forward to. I
We're
love
gonna-
banana bread, but I don't think I've ever had chocolate chickpea banana bread.
Chickpea flour.
Chickpea flour.
Cheers. I'm not doing that again. No. Cheers.
This cake, I have
Okay.
to do it.
No,
All right,
you're
I'll
not
do it.
doing
I'll
it.
do the cheers. I won't do anything bad.
Cheers. All right.
It's chocolatey. I wouldn't say I'm overly thrilled.
It's got a kind of a different texture.
Yeah. I don't taste anything banana-y in it at all. I love banana
No, I
bread.
taste the banana.
I do taste some banana now. It took a bit.
It's growing on me.
Yeah, I would agree.
But it's high in protein.
When Carol cooks things, new menu, a new recipe, we always like to, or she writes in her book whether it's a repeat. In other words, would we
Is
do
it
it
a
again?
thumbs up or a thumbs down? And
Chickpeas, a definite thumbs up. Definite. I think first bite on this, I would have done an I don't know, but I'm agreeing with Carol. It's growing on me, so I definitely would do it again from my perspective.
I think so.
I think that, again, you expect things, and it comes out a little bit
It definitely
different.
gives you your chocolate fix.
Yes.
If you need a chocolate hit.
Absolutely. But
It's just not as sweet as we're used to.
And I was expecting a little bit more of a banana flavor, but
I
it definitely
taste
is
the banana.
coming in. Yeah, it definitely is
I
coming
think
through.
if I made it again, I might put 4 or 5 tablespoons of maple syrup in it.
And maybe another banana.
Another one? Maybe.
I think I would.
Okay. All right.
And bourbon?
Well, we have it's in the vanilla and in the
Oh, it was.
in the maple syrup. Yeah. So we're thinking about next week. We've gone back to alternate day fasting because we were both at a plateau pretty much, weren't we? We were doing 1 meal
Yes.
a day, and we had hit a plateau for about 3 weeks. So last week we started alternate day fasting again, which means that we don't eat one day and we eat 3 meals the next day.
And it typically boils down to about 36 hours.
Right. 36 to 40.
Yeah, 36 to 40. And
And-
then what we call the next day as an up day.
Right. So we weighed ourselves today was our weigh-in day, and I lost 4.18 pounds.
Yeah, and I was down 3.2.
I beat him.
I'll beat you.
That's
You keep this
unusual
up.
because usually the guys do.
Yeah, she's
But
always
anyway,
whining, always whining. The
So
ladies
next-
always. I'm finishing my statement.
Come on. So next
Ladies
week,
always whine. The guys lose weight quicker. Go ahead.
that's just how God made us. Next week,
You're putting him in the mix now.
well, he's always in the mix.
Well, I know
next
that,
week,
but you don't be blaming him that I lose more weight than you. Sounds like what
well,
you're doing.
I lost more weight this week. So there. But anyway, next week we may just do one on what we ate this coming week.
We forgot.
And
We were
see
talking
how
about
we do. We talked about that, might be fun. If you have any ideas for things we can do our video on, please leave us a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'd really appreciate it.
Yep.
And thank you for helping us reach over 100.
Oh yeah, we did that
Yeah.
this week. It was great. Thank you for the
so
newer
thank you for
subscribers.
that. All right.
No, don't we end it yet. You promised me
What did I promise?
a bad dad joke.
Oh, okay.
So, what's I? I was going with one of the ones I
That was
made up.
bad. Ugh.
No. If you like, we love our pickles from my Steak and Shake. They're really good. Carol will oftentimes have me bring some home. And so I love to ask my guests who have their pickles, which pickles come automatically. You can take them off
This
if
is
you
a
want.
joke?
Yes.
Okay, hurry
I've
up.
got to give the backdrop to the joke. So I'll ask my people how many have pickles, and I'll say, do you know why our pickles are so good?
No,
You don't.
no.
Because they're delicious.
Wow.
And we always put 2 on a burger, but sometimes one is bigger than the other. So the smaller one complains. Did you know
And?
that? Yeah.
No.
So the big one says to the little one, deal with it. These are good.
Okay, yeah, all right. All right, well, with that, I'm Carol,
And I'm Michael.
and this is
What the Scale?